Folks, welcome to the Tavern Chat podcast. This is a Saturday night, and we are doing Gamers Health. This is myself, my lovely wife, Rachel,
Hello.
and our awesome niece, Shannon. We're going to be doing a discussion about schooling in the world of COVID. And I thought that was going to be very appropriate since Shannon's spending the weekend with us. And at some point, our cat Sadie might come into the screen because she is perched on her perch to my left, toward Rachel's left, and is currently playing with the toy that's in Rachel's hand. Because if you don't, she might just happen to attack Rachel's shoulder because of camphor. Apparently, we've learned that the cat does not like the smell of camphor. Came over, whacked my hand after I put it on Rach, and then when Rach used it on me, came over and tried to bite my shoulder. So, needless to say, we got to occupy the cat, or else we might have a attack cat. Camphor attack. So.
And the reason why I need camphor for my left shoulder.
Oh yeah. By the way, before you, if you are a New York City resident, there are two websites, especially if you are going to be eligible for the vaccine now or shortly. One is turbovax.info. And the other one is NewYorkVaccineList.com. Turbovax.info searches all the sites that are run by the city or the state within the confines of 5 boroughs, tells you where appointments are. The other site will tell you if, like, Dwayne Reed or one of these other pharmacies that are chain pharmacies have available slots. Now, why is this important? Because Rachel's a social worker. Rach was eligible to be vaccinated. And when I've been trying for ages to get her an appointment, finally found one the other week at the Jacob Javits. Man, the cat's going crazy. At the Jacob Javits, but it was for like March 3rd or 4th or something like that.
Yes. Oh, no, March 10th.
March 10th. Sorry, even later out than that. So now, using these two websites, I was able to get on Wednesday. Now, today is Saturday. On Wednesday, I was able to get Rach an appointment for
yesterday.
2 days. 2 days out. So that was actually very good because I'm going to correct my language. I'm going to censor myself because my niece has probably heard my language. I know she has because she's when she was younger, threw Uncle under the bus for his language. Can't blame her, right? But it is a crap show, and not a good amount of crap when it comes to the distribution of the vaccine in New York City and New York State, I'm sure elsewhere. So
it's an insult to crack.
All right, maybe it's a crack show because you don't think you can insult crack. But in any case, now it's a holiday weekend, and for a lot of jurisdictions, a lot of school districts, it is actually a holiday week coming up. It's the winter recess or the winter break.
Mm-hmm.
So, Shannon, God bless her. We haven't seen much of her niece. Last time we really spent any time with her was around Christmas. So, Shannon, you went and you got yourself COVID tested today.
Yeah.
Now, what is COVID testing like?
They stick something up your nose. Tickles.
In a good way?
It hurts.
So it's a painful. So it's not like Uncle like tickling your armpit. No.
Oh no, there's nice things associated with that.
Well, yeah, but I'm sure it's still annoying as heck. But what can I say? So now, Shannon, you have been going to school now. COVID's coming up on a year, and it's affected your schooling. How was your schooling initially affected by COVID? What happened?
We did hybrid.
So now explain what hybrid is.
There were groups A and B in alphabetical order. So if you were like A through H, you were A, and H through Z, you were B. And on Monday, Tuesday, and sometimes Wednesday, if you were A, you would go to school, and Thursday, Friday, you would be remote, and
and the Wednesdays would swap, I guess, between the two. So you were doing half of your schedule from home, and then half of it in school. Now, what do they do with the desks at school? Do they change anything around with the
Yeah,
desks?
they're socially distanced. You can't be next to anybody, and they have shields on them.
Oh, like how many sides?
So there's plexiglass on
Yeah.
3 sides?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. There you go. That's interesting. Okay. 8th of February headline: Man in his 70s collapses and wonderful. So allergic reaction to the COVID chat. So, but now Rach is here, so we don't. Thankfully, we don't have to
I
worry
figure if
about.
nothing manifested already, it's
And
probably not.
Yeah, I mean, was Rachel a bit more quiet, tired this morning? Possibly.
No.
Um,
Or cranky in the night.
could it be that Tenkar was snoring throughout the night? That's also quite likely. So 6 of one, a half dozen of the other. So now, Shannon, you did this hybrid last year. Was it always hybrid, or did you go completely remote at one point, or you
I
always
had to
split?
quarantine. After October, we could go full time with each other, but I did have to quarantine in December.
So one of the students
Around the holidays.
So one
Yeah.
of the students in her school tested positive for.
Actually, won my class.
Oh, you're right. One of her classmates tested positive for COVID, and then everybody had to basically isolate, quarantine. Well, that's a pain in the hiney, ain't it? So now you're back to in class.
Yes.
Now, are there still people in your school that are remote?
Yeah.
So what is it? They're up to their parents to decide whether
Yeah.
they're going to be.
Yeah.
All right. So now, somebody as a student. Now, what grade are you in?
4th.
All right. So as a 4th grader, you've experienced homeschool. Well, not
Remote learning.
Remote learning. It's not homeschooling like you're being taught at home, because you're not being taught by family or family friend or a tutor. You're being taught remotely over did they give you guys tablets?
Yes.
So you're being taught remotely over electronic devices. Okay. Now, here's my question, and this is just because Uncle is nosy. Initially, when you started doing remote, was it kind of cool?
No.
No, it wasn't cool at all, right from the start.
I don't think it's been cool for many kids.
So basically, remote kind of stinks.
Yeah.
They
So
feel they don't learn, a lot of them.
so what was the hardest part then about, like, what topic, what subject was the worst one to handle remotely or learn remotely?
Obviously, math.
Oh,
Well,
that's what I would have guessed.
I would have tell you that math is probably the worst to
learn anywhere
remotely. Personally, yeah, math is a pain in the ass guy. Now, when you learn remotely, do they have a way to check up on you to make sure that you're actually there and not just like putting your cat in front of the screen and walking off?
They make you turn your camera on at all times. You can mute though. So your camera's on.
Okay.
If it's not and you're not responding to what they're telling you, they'll message your parents.
Oh, so all right, Shannon's camera is off, and we kept on. All we hear is coming from her microphone. She might be sleeping, or might have moved the tablet to her parents' bedroom where they're still sleeping, and then just went off and did something. So let's call the parents and make sure that Shannon's not goofing off. Okay, that's fair enough. Now, you're in school. You have these plexiglass or 3-sided shield around your desk. What other precautions are in place? How else are they COVID protecting or COVID proofing the classroom?
You eat lunch in the classroom. You can't go to the cafeteria.
So now, if you get a hot lunch, do kids bring it back to the room or it gets brought to the room?
It gets brought to the room.
Gotcha.
Wow, you get room service. There's some bonuses going on here. Okay.
Mm.
And there's they split the lunch group, so there's a boy lunch group. All the boys are in one lunch group, and the girls are in the other. So the boys go out to recess first sometimes, and then the girls eat lunch in the classroom, and then they switch.
Oh, so during lunchtime, you switch out. So boys could play first and then eat, and then the girls would eat first and then play.
Yeah, but it's a pattern. Sometimes the girls go first, and sometimes
You flip it every other day or something.
All right. Well, that's good because I would rather eat first and then play as opposed to play and then eat because
Mhm.
I'd want to be looking forward to the play.
Yeah, because your lunch is so late.
What time was lunch?
1:05.
Oh, that is late for
That is
young
late
ones.
because your day starts at what 8:15, 8:30,
Mm.
9.
9. Okay. Yeah, it's still late.
Mm-hmm.
You're around. Oh, is that because they're staggering all the grades?
Yes.
Okay, so you can't send all the grades out at once for lunchtime because then you'd have too many students in the class out in the playground.
Yeah.
Now, I believe it's at one point they were having you all when you went out to play, you could only
Pods or something.
pods. You can only socialize with the same 2 or 3. Are they still doing that?
No, you can talk to whoever you want, really.
Oh, okay. So it's
That's
not
good. Less restrictive.
all right. So now, when it comes to and I guess in class you're all wearing masks.
Yeah.
Mm.
So Shannon, all right. I think that every generation gets defined by events in their life. I think for my generation, probably Rachel's a little bit younger than me, but probably the same. We were in fear of Soviet Russia, and we were in fear of any day. We used to have
The morning what is
Yeah,
it
the
called? The
morning
day
af-
after, the morning
yeah,
after
yeah, the day after. But
that
we were
nuclear film.
Yeah. we actually had you have fire drills, right?
Yeah.
We had fire drills, but we also had bomb drills where you left your classroom, or you went in your classroom, went under your desk, or they had you go into the hallway. That was our fear. That's what we dealt with when I was your age.
Right. Ours, we went in the hallway.
Now, Chris, my son, your cousin, he's 27. His generation, their defining moment was 9/11. He was
Yeah.
he was young in 9/11. Actually, he was 8 when 9/11 happened, and that defined a lot of him. Do you think that this time of COVID is going to be that defining for your generation?
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So for you, here, I know there's no positives about COVID, all right? We can't say, oh, great, COVID makes me stay at home. COVID means that if you were learning remotely, you wouldn't have a snow day, right? Because you're learning remotely, so you can still go to school because
Yeah.
you're going to school from your kitchen table or whatever. But well, how has your childhood, how has your time changed in the sport of COVID?
I don't know. It's hard.
Well, yeah, it is. Socializing with your friends is harder, I'm assuming.
Yeah. It's
I'm more
hard.
isolated.
It's all hard.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I mean,
You don't get to see kids as much as you generally would.
right, and you don't get to socialize at school. And your hangout time is
It's very
curtailed.
controlled.
you no longer kicking each other under the desk. Not saying that you did that, Shannon. I'm just saying. I know with me, when I was in elementary school, getting kicked under the desk was what happened. Throwing spitballs and stuff happened. If you've got a COVID shield around your desk, there's no point to throwing spitballs at anybody because the damn shield's going to block every spitball.
Mm-hmm.
But not only that, it's restricted how, like we mentioned at the beginning of this live stream, before you could come here today, you had to get COVID tested.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, you've been COVID tested how many times?
3.
3 times.
Yeah. Thanksgiving.
Christmas now.
No. Wow. So,
So kids have to make some really big decisions,
yeah.
When they want to visit with people, like, sure, parents have to sign the papers, parents have to bring you to care, but you're making that decision because you want to be around your people that you love.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, mutually assured destruction. But it is, yeah, that's what we went through in our generation. And, I still remember as a kid saying, well, I guess if it happens, the best that will happen is I won't even know what happened. So after watching The Day After Tomorrow or whatever it was, because that was, oh my God, it made me long for the was it the ABC afternoon movie specials?
Yes.
With like the boy in a plastic bubble, which was oh, gee. See, Shannon, there's parts about growing up in our generation that you should be very happy you don't deal with in your generation.
That's true.
Your generation, our generation, we didn't have cable. Okay, so you had
We had it by like
all right,
freshman year,
no, but
high school,
you had broadcast TV
or 8th grade.
You didn't have 24-hour TV. Now you probably like this one though. There was no Fox News or CNN. So Grandpa, Poppy,
you only got the news at like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock or
And
7 o'clock for the national, and then that was it.
Yeah.
Until 11, or
Yeah.
if it was Fox 10.
So so it wasn't all the news all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But you also didn't have like the Disney Channel. You didn't have the internet. You didn't have Roblox. You had to, run out and run out of the house and get your keep your hiney out of trouble. But you had to occupy yourself. But now, can you imagine not having that stuff and having COVID? Can you imagine being locked in the house on a weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have cable TV, you don't have video on demand, you don't have the internet, you don't have video games. I mean, when I was a kid, we had Pong. Have you ever seen Pong?
No.
Okay, so here's Pong. I'm going to show you right now.
Oh, no.
So here's Pong. It's a black screen with 2 white things on the screen, right? And a ball that goes between them. And you bounce the ball between them. Okay? And then for the hockey game, it was 2 on either side. Or if you're playing solo, it was 1 on a wall. That was Pong. That was the highlight. So but now, all right. Now at your fellow students, all right, your other students, are any of them like no names, but are any of them really? Do you think they are handling this worse than you?
Yes.
No, in what ways?
They don't have cars, some of them. They don't have as many electronics. They don't have really good internet.
Okay.
1 TV in their parents' room.
Oh. See,
they don't have as many outlets and, as many things for themselves or ways of like breaking that isolation. Yeah.
3 siblings.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's rough. I mean, in a way, it's good to have the siblings because you have built-in
entertainment that way.
But then again, at the same time, you have built-in, I can't stand you because I see you 24/7.
Built-in conflict.
Yes.
And their dad's a firefighter at the same time, so he's not there. So.
Oh yeah, that's rough. Now, if you could still get COVID, probably have it for another couple of months, right? But if you could change one thing about this whole COVID situation, what would it be? What would be the one thing that, if I could change it, this is what I would change?
Maybe math.
Math?
Yeah.
What would you like to change about math?
I'd like to make them more breathable, like
the math.
Especially at school, yeah. Especially at school, you're breathing in your breath all day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it
Does
isn't.
it bother you too, like when you can't see another person's face to like read how they feel about something that you might have just said, or
No.
No, that's not.
It's hard to read, especially for
Mhm.
gym. They don't like let you take it down or anything. They say
Yeah.
you have like 30-second break.
Oh.
See, that's rough. I
Yeah.
mean, and it was like when I had my when I had the full blown congestive heart failure before I was actually diagnosed. When I went to the heart doctor, I couldn't breathe with the mask on. I
Yeah.
could barely walk. I couldn't breathe.
Yeah, it was so
It
hard.
was they're like, I can't breathe with the mask, and I can only imagine.
And the staff that had like mercy for you and
Yeah, they
weren't
did.
like terribly afraid to be like, oh,
Yeah.
just take that off.
Yeah, they were very sweet. Great doctor's office. But
Mm.
I'm home. We're home here, right? Are any of us wearing a mask? No. If I go for a ride, if I see somebody, if I'm going to the car, I got my mask ready. If I see somebody about to pass me, we're gonna mask up, and then they pass, and I mask down, get in the car, and I'll put on a mask, right? Because I'm driving. And if I try to drive with my mask on, let alone for the fact that we are a family unit, we don't really need to socially distance amongst ourselves. If I put a mask on, it fogs up my glasses. I normally wear glasses. You might not know that from the live stream, but maybe I should be wearing them right now just to see the chat better. Oh yeah, it looks better. Look at that. Holy crap.
Were you being vain?
Yeah, it runs in my
Oh.
family. It runs in the male side of my family.
That's okay.
But
It's all good.
actually, normally I'm a little bit closer to my
Mine
screen.
don't really help,
But here's the thing: if I'm wearing glasses like this and I'm wearing a mask, they get fogged. And if they
Mhm.
get fogged, then what happens? You can't see. So I can't drive. I can never be a cab driver or a livery driver in this wonderful world of COVID because I would not be able to see anything. And that would be rough. Okay. So right now, my parents, Shannon's grandparents, they go back to get their second shot in just over a week and a half. So then they will be fully immunized, I guess like 2 weeks after or something like that.
Yes.
You go back in roughly 4 weeks.
Yep.
New York State is going to allow us to
Register tomorrow.
register tomorrow. So I don't know. Do I stay up to 12:01 midnight and try to see if anything opens
You know what?
up?
I'm sure we'll be up.
Yeah, probably.
So let's see if we could, bang something out.
Because the way I look at it is this household here is my parents downstairs, Rach and I upstairs. Once we're all fully vaccinated, once we've all got our 2 weeks after the second shot, we have herd immunity. It doesn't mean that we can't come down with it. It means that if we did come down with it, it should be a lot less, and likely we aren't going to pass it on to another. Until we have that, well, the vaccinations are great, but I'm the last and the
well, that's why we would still wear masks after.
Right, and we're going to still want to wearing masks as we're outside.
Mm-hmm.
But as an adult that goes through this, I briefly wear a mask, and Rach is laughing because our neighbors are having karaoke night. Now, just so you know, it is 30 degrees and we're about to get
over there.
We're about to get freezing rain, like an inch of snow, and our local jackasses are outside singing karaoke because apparently alcohol keeps you warm. Not really, but that's a story for another day. Shannon.
It got quiet. I think they know we're laughing at them.
And my ears are burning. Somebody doesn't like karaoke.
Yeah,
What?
somebody must have heard me go. Oh,
Oh God. So Shannon, if you could say one thing, if you could say something to other children or other students your age and what advice would you give them in this time of COVID to cope? What would you say?
Suck it up and wear a mask.
Suck it up and
Nice.
This
No,
is-
not like that. Like, suck up the mask. They don't wear masks.
Oh,
They take it off.
they take it off.
Yeah. Like, suck it up and wear it.
Put your big girl pants on and wear your mask.
Okay, well, you know what? That's certainly fair enough.
I like that one.
I mean, and like you said, you don't enjoy wearing the mask, right?
No.
Mm-mm.
But I do it.
Right.
Because you respect yourself and you respect other people.
Mm-hmm.
And by wearing the mask, who are you most likely protecting? Your teacher or your fellow students or yourself?
Everyone.
I wish I could take credit for this child. It's
Yeah.
wisdom. This young adult over here,
Mhm.
because from the mouth of the youngins comes wisdom. You're right.
Mhm.
So that is good advice, Shan. Now, you are certainly blessed because you've got a great extended family. I'm certainly blessed because you were able to get COVID tested because you did that because you've got mom, poppy, grandparents that are in their upper 70s. You've got uncle who is I don't know a walking checklist for health complications at the moment, and you got auntie who can check off a box or two. But we love her, Shannon. Even though Uncle has to take some kind of responsibility for possibly failure to supervise when Shannon broke her arm. Maybe my fault for letting you. No? All right, thank God.
No, those things are accidents.
Yeah, I know, but I feel the guilt for it. That being said, it was probably the first time in like, I don't know, good 10 years where I actually ran. Oh, my God. And let's see. Well, Shannon's going to be here for a couple of days.
Woohoo!
Returned to her house. Both her parents were tested. Both her parents are isolating for the weekend, and they are COVID-free. And then she comes back to spend more time, hopefully. And we will have more time with our wonderful niece.
Yeah.
Well, what's so funny?
They forgot about their humiliation when I imitated them, and now they're saying.
Well, you know what?
Sort of a choral version of whatever.
If they are,
it's not English.
If they are singing and they are outside in 30-degree weather, I will assume that they are socially distancing. I will also assume that they are intox, but
that's dangerous. You know, you can't get intox and just be in the cold because you don't feel the cold. I've had many taxi drivers, well, not many, but just a few that really cared about me when I was younger and going for ladies' darts night. You know, on the coldest time of the year.
When you were a lush before you met me?
I guess so.
Okay.
And then this one guy got in his cab and like he had he was a Hindi guy and he had some like chants on, and one of them I knew, and I started to sing along with it. He's like, "No, you have to be careful." He was like, "How do you know this?" He's like, "That's so great," you know. And then, you know, he made sure to make a point. Well, please call me if you're stuck in the cold. It's dangerous if you're out here and you've been drinking and it's cold. You won't know. You can get frostbitten. So many things can happen. This is the number. You please call if anything. It was very cute.
It was very cute.
Yeah.
Most certainly wasn't a pickup line at all.
No, he was older.
Most certainly wasn't a pickup line. What do you think, Shannon?
Never.
Never. All right, folks. On that note, listen, thank you for coming by. Thank you for listening. Gamers' health is important to everybody here, okay? I don't have a scientific study to say this, but just you go to conventions, you see a lot of us are, myself included, carry around some extra weight. Just take some. We're in a world of COVID. It means certain things like exercise and going for walks probably aren't happening, right? It's the wintertime too. I've mentioned this before. I've used a Nintendo Switch. I use a boxing game with it. I've lost my love handles. Go figure that one out.
You can do yoga right in your living room.
You know what?
And
yes,
Tony Phil came up out of the ground like 2 weeks ago nearly. And
he said what?
he said that summer had only 6 weeks left.
Summer had only 6 weeks left?
Mm-hmm.
Summer.
Winter has only winter has only 6 weeks left.
By the way,
we burnt through 2, so soon we'll be able to get the doxy out.
You were talking to our viewers down in Australia and New Zealand, I guess.
Yes, those Southern Hemisphere folks.
Yes, folks. As Shannon politely put it, besides the just suck it up.
And awareness.
Suck it up and wear a mask.
So rude to people that try to get them to wear it.
Well, folks, here's how I generally say it now. Okay, none of us, not even our niece Shannon, is a medical professional, so we're not going to tell you need to. But I will say, use your common sense. You have it. It's probably the most underused ability that we're built with, that you get from birth. It's common sense. Use it. Take actions that protect yourself, your loved ones, your family, your friends, your classmates, your schoolmates, your teachers, okay, your community. Common sense. Please. Be safe, be well, God bless. Roll those dice and roll them well. Shannon, do you have anything you want to say? There you go. I think she's.
I thought she was going to say peace out.
Peace out and mask up.
Oh, nice. I like that.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Rach? All right. Rach doesn't have anything to say. I will mention for Rach, coming up in a couple of months, Rach will probably be doing some YouTube and/or Zoom classes for the community with yoga. So that should be exciting and fun.
Yoga, meditation.
There you go.
Breath work.
So, but like I said, we had Shannon over, and I was like, "There's nothing I'd rather do." By the way, she's probably going to be the inheritor of all things Tenkar.
Given that her name is Tenkara.
Yeah, she goes as Tenkara. So when I get to the point where I am old and decrepit and I can no longer podcast or live stream, this young lady will step into my ample shoes and pick up the flag. All right, folks. On that note, I've been doing live streams every day. Today, this is our third live stream. Well, my third live stream. Tomorrow, it's not on this damn schedule. I didn't print out that one. Tomorrow, I have a live stream. I believe it's at 7:00. I should probably check and just to make sure. Tomorrow. Oh no, that would have been really off. Tomorrow, I have a live stream at 2 p.m. Well, there you go, folks. How's that for not knowing what your schedule is? Tomorrow, live stream at 2 p.m. Monday, I've got one at 8 p.m. Folks, next week is TotalCon. Go play some virtual games. Watch myself, Bad Mike, and special guests Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of next week. And we'll catch you later. Bye now.
Thanks.